Hey, hello, this is John Davis, the Davis Business Coaching Action Coach. I'm here with Dr. Chad Hyatt. He's got a business here in Sewanee, nearby to me. And I'll just, tee up for him. Dr. Hyatt, why don't you fill us in on what you do and where you do it, and how you do it, that type of thing.
Sure. Dr. Chad Hyatt graduated from Parker College of Chiropractic in 1996. So I've been doing this starting into my 26th year. My wife and I practice together chiropractic, but one of the unique things about our office is that we have always done nutrition and worked with patients with challenges that most doctors do not address. And I specialize a lot in autoimmune diseases, cancers, heart disease, weight loss, and infertility or hormone dysregulation. And so we don't necessarily treat those conditions. What we do treat is the physiology to bring those conditions back under order so that the body's able to heal the way God intended it to. So we've been doing it, like I said, for about 26 years now.
Oh, awesome. So you've been through the ups and downs. 26 years, a long time to be in business.
We've been here a while.
Yeah. So why'd you start the business?
We didn't, I'm kind of a lone ranger in the sense that I was not happy with the way the medical field was treating patients. They have to fit into a paradigm of a disease process. You have this disease, we have this drug, therefore take it, everything else is fine. And that's not always the case. And so we come at it from a completely different perspective.
Okay. All right. And that's where, and kind of my next question, I think you answered it a little bit in the first. I was going to ask what makes you different. And it sounds like instead of treating the disease, I think you said you treat the body, right? You make the body healthier, more efficient, so it can fight on its own.
Exactly. The body is always trying to maintain homeostasis or balance. And therefore, if the body is out of balance, it's going to react to try to bring it back into that balance. So when you look at it from that perspective, the body never makes a mistake. So when you look at it that way, even cancer is the right physiological response to a stressor going on in the body. My job as a doctor, as a healer, is to find out what that stressor is, help the individual remove that stressor so that the body can heal the way God intended it to.
Got to get the root cause. Okay. Is that approach, is that consistent to chiropractors, or
it is
chiropractor?
No, it is. And in chiropractic school, they just like if you go to physical therapy, you're going to need physical therapy. You go to a surgeon, you're going to need surgery. You go to chiropractic, you're going to need adjustment. But an adjustment does not heal everything. There are other influences that come into it. And so we have to look at all perspectives of how the body's being influenced.
Is there anything specific about your business and your operation that people need to know? You talked about some of these areas that you treat.
I have patients literally all over the world. I have Australia, Central America, Europe, and then throughout the United States. And so when I deal with a patient, a lot of times it's a blessing and a curse. I just see things, and I'm able to kind of see into what's going on in their body, and then able to hone in on that area specifically.
How do you do the remote? How do you do that?
We do that through technology now. It's great. Used to, I just have to do it on the phone, but now we're able to do Zoom calls or technology in allowing us to see the patient face to face.
But you're not doing any manual manipulation at that point.
No. I'm not doing manipulation through technology. No, I have to physically see them to do that. So what I do with those patients is I help them locate a chiropractor in their area so that they can get the nervous system treated that way. I do with the nutrition from a remote component.
Okay, so nutrition and other coaching, lifestyle coaching, that type of component, right? Okay,
correct.
Very good. And then you're in contact with their local chiropractor as well, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I'll confer with them and recommend what I have, and then once they physically see the patient and do the examination, then they can adjust accordingly to what the patient needs.
Okay, excellent. And what are your goals for the business that you're comfortable sharing?
To help the patient attain the health that they're desiring. That's the key, because health is linear. It's never stagnant. It's always moving. And so it's you never really see the end product the same way you would with somebody's religious views or anything. There's never a finality. We are always either degressing or progressing. And so we want to help them attain the health that they want to do.
That's
so
interesting.
We call it anabolic or catabolic.
Well, we do a tree's either living or dying, right?
That's exactly right.
Business. We do it. A business is either growing or it's shrinking and dying. There is no status quo for business.
That's exactly right. So
a lot of businesses think they're standing still, like, oh, I'm flatlined at X revenue, but I'm fine with that because I've got the right lifestyle. Well, then you're probably falling behind. You're just dying a slower death than others.
Exactly. So.
Okay.
Okay, right. I'm going to have to, let's cut off right now, if you don't mind. Let me go get that patient. It's fixing to go off.
All right, Dr. Hyatt, I had to step out, take care of a patient issue, came back. Sorry about the little glitch there. Thanks, that was really quick. So, and I had a great question, and it went away when you came back. So, on the business side, in the last 26 years, what are some challenges you've had to overcome or changes to your business model that you've entertained? Clearly, the virtual piece is part of it.
Chiropractic is a unique business model. It's a very hard business model in the sense that we always have to generate new patients. Mm-hmm. Once we get the patient back to where they feel like they're at, then they're gone, and we have to regenerate that income with another patient. And so it is a hard business model. A lot of chiropractors will venture out into other avenues. But one of the things that I've always attained is just making sure that I'm taking care of the patient and helping them meet their goals. As long as I'm giving to them, then it doesn't matter from my business perspective. I have, like I said, I've been in business for 26 years and have lived a very nice lifestyle. God has always provided for us. And so we go at it from that perspective. And I don't view my patients as my livelihood. I view my patients as that they've come into my office to attain something that they're desiring, and it's my job to help them get there to it. So I look at it more as a consulting versus a revenue.
Treat the patient and the revenue will follow.
That's exactly right.
Focus on the mission, and then, because you're right, for a chiropractor and a lot of businesses work with a dentist, right? It's very hard to go generate. You can do marketing and some other things offline, but the doctor can't be in there because they're usually with the patient.
Right.
And then that gets to be a challenge, as well as just serving the patients, right? Taking a vacation. Oh, it's great. You take a vacation. Well, then the whole office has to go on vacation when you're going on vacation.
Exactly.
And this little revenue gap, and then you're not serving the patients. That becomes a big challenge for people in the medical profession, for sure.
It is.
Okay. So what have you done about those situations? Like, is it you and your wife, or you have other people in the office? I mean, do you get to go on vacation?
We have some employees that help us, and usually part-time. One of the biggest things that has kind of helped me is just going off how people appear or how they look, and having interviewed literally thousands of women through hormones and what have you. And something in my office I always say, if you want to kill a woman, just stress her out. And to show you how I'm an equal opportunity offender, if you want to kill a man, just feed him sugar. Because what those two things do is they kill our hormones. Stress will kill a woman's sexual hormones. And so she starts developing all kinds of PMS issues, endometriosis, fibroids, cysts, infertility, PCOS, et cetera, et cetera. And that's because God built a backup mechanism. You can live without your sex hormones, but you cannot live without your stress hormones. And so we'll convert your sex hormones into your stress hormones. Stress or sugar consequently kills a man's testosterone. It kills his drive. And so it drives us down. And so in dealing with that also creates something called weight. And a woman's three biggest stressors is first her husband, her kids, and her weight. And so in looking at that, one of the things that my wife and I did is we looked at how can we help women maintain their weight. And so we looked at it from a physiological standpoint, and we devised a weight loss program that is not based on supplements, not based on buying some kind of prepared trash food that they're going to help them lose weight, but teaching them how to maintain and living in a society that is designed to make us sick, designed to make us gain weight. And so we use something called metabolic cycling, and we have patients lose in 90 days somewhere between 20 to 50 pounds, and then we help them maintain that, and that we teach them how to maintain it for the rest of their lives. And so I've had patients lose over 100 pounds and never exercise, just because of what we teach them and how to put good food, proper food into their body to maintain their metabolism.
Wow. All right. That's awesome. So, and I can see what you mean. So that's how you get to have patients all over the world. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
So I know you're going to share with me website and phone numbers and things of that nature, but just on this, what's the best way to get in touch with you and learn about your operation? If someone's listening to this,
the best way, because I'm good at what I do with a patient. I am not good at marketing. And so the best way is our phone numbers.
All right.
So phone numbers are 770-237-3300. And
237-3300.
237-3300, right.
Literally my phone's ringing while you're saying that. So
okay.
I'm getting spammed. 770-237-3300.
Correct. And so we're in the process of redoing our website, and that will be at HyattHolistic.com. Excuse me, Hyatt Holistic.
Holistic.
Yeah, just HyattHolistic.com.
Got it. Okay. We'll make sure that we get those in there. But I just wanted to make sure we talked about it, so we have it. So, all right. Is there anything else that you want anyone to know about your business? I mean, it sounds like it's unique amongst the chiropractors and with the key focus.
Well, I have a lot of chiropractors send me business because they don't want to deal with the nutrition. Because when you start dealing, to put it this way, I never see a physical problem that's not rooted within an emotional trauma.
Okay.
And when you start dealing with people's problems, you open up a whole can of worms. And so it's not something that every doctor wants to really deal with, because let's face it, we all have serious problems. And people don't realize that their emotional components, their marriage, their children, everything that they deal with has an effect on their overall health. And so when I deal with a patient, I'm dealing with all life cycles, not just with taking a supplement. And I tell patients all the time, my job is to get you off these supplements as fast as possible so you can fire me as fast as possible, because you should be able to maintain your health with what you put in your mouth, not taking some kind of drug, herbal remedy, or natural supplement.
Okay, that's good, and that's interesting, because I find I coach business owners, and often there's a challenge, be it marketing, be it selling, be whatever, and often the real root is in the mindset, right?
That's
it, and which is, you were talking about emotions, right? They're linked for sure.
Yes, without a doubt.
Emotions are, yep. So it all goes back to that. So all right, well, it's great meeting with you. I appreciate, again, Dr. Chad Hyatt with Hyatt Holistic Health, and go check them out.
All right, thank you for your time.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.